Want to see another hidden gem you won't see from the freeway? Now, as soon as we walk in, you would think this is the resident lounge, but this is not. This is actually just a pretty cool laid out seating area. So if you want somewhere to sit, just to hang out, get out of your unit for a little bit, you have this little section here. Maybe you're waiting for rideshare to come pick you up right outside. And maybe just you and your date, or you and the friends and the gang hanging out here while you're waiting. Pretty cool, well thought out seating area for those who just want to sit and mingle and or socialize. But again, this is not even the resident lounge. I like those lights up there. I know we just passed it, but just want to see it real quick. It's like illuminated lassos. Okay. Now, we'll definitely make our way down that way. But first, just have you join me here through this walk. Right here's going to be the mail room. You have a bathroom here in case you need to go while you're chilling, maxing and relaxing. You don't have to go all the way back up to your unit. I don't know why this gives me the feeling of like bee houses, like bee as in buzz, like bzz, bees make honey. But I think it's actually pretty cool. Now you have your little locker boxes here, our package lockers here. So if you have any packages that get stowed away, you can just put in the code and the information there, and it'll let you know which one your package is in. Come in all different sizes, of course. Refrigerators here. My guess is that's going to be for like Instacart deliveries or anything similar. That's please register. So you can only open it once you register. That's cool. Keep people from walking through randomly with cameras just opening things up to show you. I respect that. I respect that. So this was the mail room. Here. Now, if we go this way, that does take us through to the different units. So we're not going to go there yet. I want you to see these other amenities first. Here we have the lounge. Now you may look at this and you may be like, okay, I mean, it's a lounge, Marcus. I mean, pretty cool. But I think it's okay. And I would say, yeah, but what I love most is this listening room, or at least it looks like a listening room. Come in and you have a vinyl player there, plus an old way of playing CDs and music here. And it's just a place to maybe put on a little something here, have a seat, and then just kind of chat and talk. For all of my vinyl enthusiasts out there, maybe you come in here, you have like a little listening party, right? You and maybe 4 or 5 of your closest neighbors. And you can just sit here, listen to the music, talk, chat, max, and relax. Anyway, I thought this was pretty cool. I like this lamp. That looks fun. Beastie Boys. All right, moving on. I know y'all want to see other stuff, but I thought this room was cool, so I wanted to show it to you. Now, obviously, part of a lounge, you got to have somewhere to lounge, watch some TV. Cool, just general seating area. But then we also have another illuminated lasso right here as we get into more of the entertainment area of the lounge or activity area. That's just cool looking. It's like a big slab. Now, of course, you have plenty of natural light that comes in. This is overlooking a pool. Don't worry, we'll get out there. Cool light fixture. And over here, you seem to have more of like your sit and munch, sit and chill, maybe work on a laptop, maybe have a beverage like water or mineral water or coffee or tea while you're sitting, working, or just journaling, whatever you may be into. Got a seating area here for the quad TV. All right, 4 TVs to make up one. That's cool. Then, of course, you have your pool table here. And a cool little place to sit if you're waiting to play the next game, or maybe it's a group of y'all and y'all are having drinks. It's the evening, right? Maybe it's a Thursday, Friday, or weekend. Having drinks, play a little bit of pool, see who's going to win, while having the natural light come in here. But this is too funny. Nicely done. Now, you are obviously unable to smell the fragrances here, but I can. And I like the signature smell they have in this room. Now, I'm unsure if it's going to be here or they're going to keep it up by the time you have a chance to visit. But that's one thing I think you'll also notice about this lounge is it has its own signature smell to it, which is quite pleasant if I do say so myself. Don't worry, we're coming back for the pool. But first, I want to show you kind of like their co-working space. Now, this is what they call M Works. Now, we know M probably stands for Modera, since that's the property we're at. But this is kind of like their co-working space. So if you want to be in an environment where it's more of an office, maybe not as loungy as the lounge we just came from, you have that here. So your own desk sitting area, you got about 3 of them here. If there's somebody in there, don't want to bother them. But if you need to take a call or maybe have a meeting with like 2 or 3 other individuals, you can definitely jump in there. But here's more of your co-working space, right? So you have more, looks like more of your community sitting here. 2 of those, or would be kind of like community seating, or maybe, I wouldn't even call it a hot desk, but you know where I'm going with it. A couple seating areas here as well. And then you have an additional conference room here. Again, someone's in there, we don't want to get them in there. And then you have additional seating here. Motion activated. With more isolated space here. And that's kind of where we came in right there. But the coolest thing is you also have a good variety of snacks and things to eat if you are working in this area. Now, these are not free. These are for sale, but you check out through the kiosk there. So you grab your item, scan it, pay. Then you can head back to where you were sitting. Therefore, if you do get a little hungry or you do get thirsty, you have the access to grab something to eat, grab something to drink here without having to leave your stuff down here to go to your unit, or to have to pack up all your stuff and then go. So I thought this was actually a pretty cool concept to have on site for residents. Those are fun. Now, what we're looking at outside is more of just I would say a sitting visiting area. And maybe you want to step outside, mate. You've been working in there, you've been sitting for a little while, and you can kind of exit here and have a seat. Soak up some of this natural vitamin D, warm up a little bit, stretch your legs. All right, give your eyes a technology break. Or maybe you stand up and look at your phone and don't take a technology break at all. But instead of looking at a laptop, you're looking at a phone. Anyway, whatever you like, whatever you choose to do. And then you can come sit in this little cool little area. I like the semi-shade. And as you may recognize, when we started this tour, we started at the very end there. So just want to help you put it all together. And there's actually a staircase there that you kind of have like your own walking trail here. We're not going to go up just now. We'll definitely visit here in just a moment. But I at least just wanted you to see it. All right, let's get back in and finish the tour. in the conference room. And here's where we entered. Now that hallway looks familiar, right? But since we're over here, there we go. You see, we have a pretty long gym here. I appreciate this space. So here you have your accessories, right? Kettlebells. Have your straps there. Freestanding squat, always appreciated. And on this side, you're gonna have more of your cardio machines here and your machines there. You have weights and things over. People working out, don't wanna bother them. More treadmills, or treadmills down the way. But what I appreciate the most is that they have these fitness pods. So if you wanted to come in and have your own, hey, if you wanted to have your own workout session in here, you can, just you. Now they have the Echelon mirror trainer. Let's see if we can find us one that's on. I don't want to turn anything on. There we go. So if you wanted to come in here and have your own personal training session, you can get it set up here, do your own workout with semi-privacy windows, so blurred out, so if you don't have to worry about people watching what you're doing. Not bad, right? It's actually pretty cool. All right, I wanted to show you that fitness pod. And just in case you wanted or needed the motivation while you were working out, all cardio machines are facing the pool. Because in the summertime, all that hard work is going to pay off, and even in the spring and fall here in Texas. If you need to store your personal belongings, you got cubby holes there. And I kind of walked over this space, but you kind of have a mat area here as well, where you can have balance balls if you want to do more aerobics or yoga, stretching, Pilates, etc. And speaking of the pool, here we are. Now this is going to be more of the dry area, right? So you want to be at the pool, but don't feel like being near the pool, don't want to get wet. This would be the area for you. Got the sit, chill out and relax area here. You have the, we're going to bring out some food, prepare some food, eat some food, hang out with some folks, have some drinks and chat area here. That's a very long title, I know. While I was there. This way takes us to the spa with the W at the end. So that will be kind of like your pet spa. We'll get to there in just a second. But as far as the pool goes, let's check that out next. Not shabby, huh? The sun is out today. Now, perfectly shaded area here. I appreciate that, especially, you know, when it's like 104 degrees in Texas, you may want a little break from sitting out up there. So completely shaded. You have 2 grills. Uno, dos. You have a very lengthy table here, so plenty of space if you want to set some food down, if you just want to hang out with people and just kind of be in your own little world, you have enough space to do that. But I appreciate you also have table sitting areas here. It's kind of like a little poolside restaurant seating is the way it looks here. And you got some right over there if you don't want to be near the water. Additional seating here if you do want the vitamin D and you don't want to be underneath the shade. The sun will definitely get there eventually, right? We're almost there if we check out the line. Almost there. And then what I do appreciate is that they have seating in the pool near kind of like the bubbling fountains, right? Help keep the booty cool. More seating with umbrellas for those who want it. Not a bad look at all. Modera, nicely done. And while you're out here showing all the hard work that you put in when you were in there, it may motivate other people to get in there a little bit more. Not bad, huh? Okay. I mean, I would totally come to a pool party here. And so now, if you remember, this was the sitting area that we came from earlier. There's the gym there. Now let's check out the spa, pet spa. So, need to give the little fur baby a bath. Perfect. Got you covered right over there. You're just actually here for moral support for someone who's giving their fur baby a bath. Plenty of seating there. A group of you giving moral support. You can sit right there. But pretty nice pet spa. Clean, modern. I appreciate that. And so while we're at and once we're done with the pet spa, or I guess not once you're done, but before the pet spa, here you have kind of like the dog park area. Now, what I do like about their dog park is it's separated in 2 parts, right? So if you need to put a leash on or take the leash off, you have this area here. That door then opens to kind of like a smaller confined area here, right? Maybe you want to keep your little one to themselves. You don't want them going too wild, too crazy. You have that here. And then you have this area. If you just kind of want to have them have a little more space, run around a little bit. Maybe you have a bigger fur baby. All right. So you have the area there for maybe the small fur babies. You have a larger area here for the bigger babies. So there's an area and there's a section for either one. Now, I know you probably don't want to walk with me all the way to the very end, but I just wanted you to see that it's pretty lengthy. No worries at all about space. And then you line by the green belt here. So remember when I said that this was kind of like a hidden gem that you wouldn't be able to see from the highway? Well, like, this is the reason why. Because it's covered by trees, which from what I hear, a lot of the residents who are here, they like that seclusion. You don't have a whole bunch of city noise, a whole bunch of honking, this, that, and the other. So if you're noise sensitive, maybe this could be beneficial. Now, I say that at this time of filming. Who knows what Austin will look like or sound like in the years to come. But at least for now, Modera EaDo will have you covered. Now, you remember when we were talking about that trail earlier? Guess what we're on? I mean, it's not a yellow brick road. I mean, it's not yellow, it's not a brick either, but it's a trail. They have their own walking trail area where we saw the steps earlier. If you just want to sit, chillax. Oh, look at the size of that tree. I love that they kept it. Okay, but here's the trail here. I love that they built this out because it is in kind of like a secluded area. They still give you the means and the environment to get a walk in, a little bit of exercise. And we're gonna go ahead and walk this thing. Now I'm curious what they are planning for this here. Could just be a stand off to the side and fix your shoes if someone's using this. Or maybe they're planning it like this. Put some plants there. Walking space. Well, I should say a rocks path. I said walking space because I'm walking on this path. Rocks path there, some trees, I could dig it. Beautiful blue sky. And there we have the stairs that we saw earlier. And then this path leads us right back to the front door. just so you can see what's around here. All right. And now that we're close to the beginning, now this is the A4 floor plan. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 775 square feet. Now, at first glance, this unit may look like a unit you've seen before. However, there's one thing that makes this unit unique to me, and it has to do with that bathroom. I'll show you in a minute. But also, this being a first floor unit, you have much higher ceilings than say if you were on the second or third floor. So I appreciate the space. It looks very long. Again, at first glance, right? When you look at from wall to wall. So if I were to stand here, I mean, the wall's not close, but it could look thinner, right? But don't worry, we'll check that out. But when we go into the room, we're like, okay, again, Marcus, looks pretty standard to me. Yes, but wait for it. But I also want to point out this bed. Now, this bed is pretty wide. And so what I want to show is, well, not the one thing I'm telling you, but one thing while we're here, you have pretty good size or pretty good space from one side to the other. This bed looks to be a king. And you have plenty of space on this side here, right? Walking room or getting into the bedroom. As you do here, right? So good size there. But now here's the thing I want to show you. Looks like a closet, right? It is a closet. But the majority of the space is because it's a walk-through closet, not just a walk-in closet. This closet is like the size of another room, right? Let's go back to the feet. My feet, your feet, feet. Not bad, not shabby. There's a door there. But it opens up there as well. You still have more space here. Let's close this door. And when we close this door, this closet is like its own mini room. Do you see what I'm saying? This is pretty crazy. It's like a whole nother room for like your clothes and things. So when you consider the amount of space that you have in this closet, it makes the outside part, right, the part that I said look thin, it makes you say, I'll take that all day. And then it takes you right through to your bathroom. That's cool. Oh, I love the signature smell in here too. Hold on, let's check that. Let's check that shower. Multiple spouts. Yep, okay. That spout wins. And boom, that's where we came in. Pretty cool, right? That's interesting. Now, you have a lot of people over. You want to definitely, make sure you close this. They may have to do So now that you see the apartment as a whole here, and now that you realize that you have almost another room in here, in my personal opinion, it's a pretty cool 1-bedroom. But what I also like is you have pretty decent patio size out here. Right? Not small. Good space. I appreciate the concrete and the grass. So again, if you have a little fur baby, or sometimes you just want to, it's just you and you just want to feel like grass on your bare feet, like obviously in the morning when there's a little bit of dew. You want to do it right now because it'll burn your feet maybe. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. You have natural grass here, but you also have a pretty stable and solid place to sit without having to worry about your table rocking. And just in case you want a little bit of an idea of where this is, that tower right there, that's Domain. Again, this area is lined by these trees here. So if you're driving on the freeway, you're probably not going to see it. Okay. Let you see the apartment from a different angle. And don't worry, I opened this door right here so I could remember to show you your in-unit washer and dryer. So we'll do one last look. And now we'll check out the next one. Now this is their B6 floor plan, 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath at 1,230 square feet. Now I will tell you, I really like this floor plan because as you walk in from the front, it opens up and looks almost like a condo, like a small condo already. It doesn't look like an apartment from the inside. So I appreciate that. It opens up. You have a very long open concept form layout here. And what I was going to say first is you have a very long wall from the front door there, which you can definitely make into a dining area as they've laid it out here. But it makes but it makes sense because the way that they have this set up, hey, if you want to maybe have a little wine chilling in your wine fridge here, maybe you have some reds that you want to keep room temp, or maybe if you want to keep a couple of accessories for more adult beverages, you definitely can. So if this is somewhere where you would sit and eat, and this is a, after dinner drink area, what have you. I'm just going by what I see here, but you can do whatever you like. I appreciate that because this is separate from a complete kitchen over there. So if you actually want to provide an experience to where it's separated and isolated, you can. So like the cooking and the eating can happen here. You mingle over food. This is where you're having the main course, or obviously after maybe some appetizers, snack foods, finger foods, etc. And then after the food, if that's more of the after dinner area, you can totally make that work, make that happen here. So I appreciate that. Living room, sitting room area. And there's another thing that I love about this apartment, and I'll show you in a second. But before that, I like how they have minimized the TV here so that you have more wall space going up so that you can see or have art that takes the attention of those who come in. Even if it is a very unique looking sheet. That's not a rug. It's too thin. It's paper. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting lost here. So I really like the way this apartment is laid out. Now, what I want to show you, one of the reasons why I like this apartment is you have one bedroom here, okay? Bathroom there. First, just want you to see it. Good sized bed. Plenty of space. It's right next to your patio out there. We'll see that in a second. Again, good space between there. Bathroom. And why I like it, I have to show you the other room first before I mention it. So just bear with me, I'm getting there. Pretty good sized closet. This will be the walk-in versus the walk-through that we saw earlier. But still plenty of space. Here, let me show you. All right, so if we look at where the wall is there compared to where I'm standing, and a little bit of space behind me, you have a pretty good sized closet here. Okay, garden tub with elbow grooves, multi-spout. Yep, we know how important that is. Okay, so you have a bedroom here. Now, if you'll allow me just to jump to the second one so I can show you my point. Here's the other bedroom here. Okay. Now, if I take a look at this bed, you have even more space on this side. Okay, so I want to believe that this room is actually a little bit longer. And then you also have a good amount of space here. Right, in comparison. Good distance between the bed and the wall. Now you see this closet, right? But ladies and gentlemen, you have another closet in this room. Cool stand-up shower. I like the black outline. And yes, I'm sure it does have a multi-spoke shower head. But you also have a sitting area here, which is cool, I think. So yeah, you have a stand-up shower, but maybe it's one of those days you also just want to sit down and not stand. You have the option here, but you have an additional, what I would call like a supplemental closet, but still a pretty good amount. You can still walk in this closet. So I hesitate to use the word supplemental because let's be real. We've seen properties where this was the only closet, right? And in this floor plan, you have two. Hashtag legit. Right, my feet against the wall. Still a good little size. Okay. Now, obviously you see we have dual sinks, right? Two sinks keeps couples together. Here's what I wanted to point out. Do we notice any doors in this bathroom? No, right? No door there. No door in here. Right? And did we notice any doors in the other bedroom? Right? Bedroom? Any doors to the bathroom? Nope. So what is this door? This is the half bath. So if you have guests over, they can use this bathroom instead of anyone having to walk through anybody's room. That's what I like. That's the one thing I wanted to show you that I like about this floor plan. You get the half bath here, so everyone or anyone who has their own bedroom will also have their own bathroom, both of them. It doesn't even act as a secondary or a primary room. Now, if I had to pick which one was the primary room, I will say I believe that one is the primary room because it has the stand-up shower and the two closets. Plus, you have additional space on the sides of the bed that we saw earlier, and it also had the dual sinks. So if I had to guess which room was the primary room, I would say it's this one. But if you don't really care about all that back there, everyone has their own isolated bathroom in both of these rooms. That was the added bonus to this floor plan that I like. Now, we'll touch on the basics, and no, I didn't earlier. Stainless steel appliances. I like the gray backsplash. That seems to match with the stainless steel. Appreciate that. Accented by the light cabinets and countertops here. I do appreciate the black complemented appliance there. Also, you'll find in the handles, because it all mixes with the appliances, right? Stainless steel, black outline, black top, stainless steel. Refrigerator, stainless steel, black outline. So when you put all that together, everything just blends in well. So I appreciate that thought process. And for those who like to see what's in, legit. They are not playing around. Okay, Modera. And of course, you have your in-unit washer and dryer here. Let's give you one last look. Again, this was the B6 floor plan. 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath at 1,230 square feet. All right. All right. So that's it. We just walked the Modera EaDo apartment complex from side to side, tip to tip, end to end. We saw their pool. We definitely saw their sitting area. We saw their lounge. We saw the M Works co-working space where you can actually get food, snacks, and to-go groceries, right? As long as you pay for it. Remote kiosk payment. We saw their gym. We saw that you actually had like a fitness pod that you could use whenever you're in the gym if you want to have an isolated workout, which was cool. We saw the spa, the dog spa, but spa with W, which was actually kind of cool. And then we saw that they had 2 separate areas for their dog park. One area for small dogs and another area for large dogs. Then we even saw kind of like their own man-made walk area, or walking trail, I should say, that's hidden behind a line of trees. Then we saw a 1-bedroom. Then we saw a unique 2-bedroom. And actually the 1-bedroom was unique as well because we saw like the walk-through closet, which was crazy. I mean, if you are looking for a hidden gem that's somewhere that's close to, you know, where popular things are in case you want to get out and about, I definitely think Modera EaDo should be one of the properties on your list to at least check out. And if you want some help with your apartment search, by all means, feel free to give myself, my team a call. We love to see how we can make this as easy and streamlined for you as possible. If you're already in your apartment and you're like, hey, Marcus, we got it covered, but we want a couple things to make it feel like home, well, check out the description. Have a couple links there. We kind of conducted some Amazon searches for you, so you don't have to worry about it. And if there's anything that I've missed in this video, please let me know in the comments below. Love to see about getting it done on a future video. I hope this is helpful. I hope the walkthrough gave you some ideas, some things to think about, or some things to ask for on your next search. And so until next time, you stay awesome, stay amazing.